One of my niggas ain't got no soul. One of my niggas ain't got no soul. One of my niggas trapping out his house. One of my niggas trapping out a penthouse. One of my niggas don't talk here. Wet, 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 wet,
wet. Unfortunately, this is a conversation that we're gonna need to talk about. Well, preferably that I'm going to talk about, that I'm going to address. Now, this conversation came from one of my moderators. Last night, one of my moderators, they was mentioning about their experiences at being at another content creator channel. I believe it happened like a few weeks ago, or wherever the case may be, end up happening to her, and she was expressing her concerns about that last night at the club. So, um, of course, when she was talking about this stuff, I just gave a general advice about it. But today, I'm going to really dive into it and talk about it for real, and give you my perspective about this. All right. Um, Constant salute, welcome, and welcome everybody who are tuning in today to the show. All right. So I'm going to give you my perspective about this, and this time around, I'm not going to be passive about it. I'm not going to be passive aggressive about it, nothing like that. I'm going to be straight, real about it. All right. So in order for me to share with you my perspective about this, let me share with you this story of my experience dealing with this. All right. Now, I think a little over a year ago, when I was coming into the YouTube space, this was during the time where I was fully affiliated with the with State Gang and stuff, right? And so, a little over a year ago, that was dealing with a situation with another content creator and stuff, right? And so me, I wanted to. My whole goal was that I was trying to figure out the why, because I was hearing it, just from their one perspective about the why. Um, so I wanted to go to the other creator channel and figure out the why as well. They have a conversation about it. So ultimately, I ended up going over there and stuff, right? And so when I end up going over there to the other content creator on channel and stuff, right? That's when we had this whole situation. We was talk about our different perspectives, but the lesson that I learned out of that whole situation is that people when people know that you're affiliated with someone else, or preferably affiliated with another one content creator, whatever, and they're having issues and stuff, then they're going to treat you the same exact way um, as the same issues that they have with the content creator that they have issues with. So the lesson that I learned from that is that through my affiliation and stuff, right? People's not gonna treat you with the same type of respect, or at least try to get to know you and see where you stand at. What I'm saying, about different matters and stuff. What I'm saying, they're not gonna do that. They don't care. Um, because they just see you as they call it, they see you as being the ops, or they call they when they say the ops, they basically mean that you are a spy who is against them, and you're just going over there to share information to the other people who they're going against, or whatever the case may be. So that's the lesson. Particularly, that was the lesson that I had learned from that day. That you cannot want to go over to other content creators on channels and stuff, especially if they have a situation going on, whether it's beef and whatever, because they're not going to accept you like how the way you think they should. Now, just being mature adults, what I'm saying, probably, you'll be thinking that, since I'm a mature adult, then I could go over to, these other content creator channels and stuff, and wholeheartedly, there'll be mature adults as well too, and they'll accept me with welcome arms or whatever case may be, regardless if I have a difference of opinion or not. But unfortunately, due to how the way the YouTube streets operate, and also due to this how our social norms are, that is going to be very, very difficult to do that. All right, it's going to be very difficult to do that. Now, another point I want to make about this is that y'all remember when I was doing a show and I was talking about being neutral and stuff in the show, right? Now, to be honest, when I did that show, I was kind of being passive about that as well too, meaning that I wasn't just being just straightforward about it, but I'm gonna be forward about that as well too. That's through my experience and just analyzing people and how the way things are. At the end of the day, when you become neutral, right, that means to other people that you already chose a side. Now I'm saying that again. When you become neutral in a situation, that means that you already done chose a side to other people. Now the interpretation may not mean that to you, but however, for other people, that's what exactly it's going to mean. What do I mean about that? The other person is going to automatically assume that you are either for them or against them. So if it's a situation where they know that um, they're dealing with a certain type of situation and they getting all these people supporting them, but you on the other hand is like, well, I'm just gonna remain neutral, or I'm just gonna have my own perspective about it. Then I could just straddle the fence. That's exactly how the way they interpret it as does that. You're straddling the fence, then you could either turn the tide, you could either be with them or against you. In most cases, right? Most cases, people will automatically assume that you're against them. Once again, they'll assume that you're automatically against them. So that's why I say, like, even remaining neutral, you technically already have chosen a side. You know what I'm saying? That you want to affiliate yourself with. You know. So yeah. So that's the answer to the question. I know, Constance, you're in here right now. Listen to me once again. That's the answer to that question. At the end of the day, you cannot go over there, to like other channels. Now, let me put it to you this way too, because I don't want you or any other, people, or any people who are even moderators with me or who comes to my channel. I don't want y'all to think that I'm saying this, okay? I'm not telling you that you cannot go to anybody, channel and do whatever you want to do, because at the end of the day, you are entitled to do whatever the hell you want to do. You're entitled to that. I'm not your God or anything like that. I'm not here to control you or to manipulate you to do something that I want you to do. But however, you are the grown adult and you can do whatever the hell you want to do. You're entitled to that. You have every right to that. But however, the only thing that I would say is this: is that I will encourage you to when you do things like that, and I encourage you to use some emotional intelligence behind it. You know what I'm saying? Just view the overall situation for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Um, there also been other times where I went to other content creators platform and stuff, right? When I went to other content creator platforms and stuff, right? And they were just having a random topic, and they'll discuss, some type of random topic, and I had a difference of opinion about that. And I was expressing that in the chat that, hey, I don't agree with that, and I was expressing the reason why I don't agree with that. Now, this is based solely on their content creator and their moderators. But through my experience, Whenever you go to a content creator and a moderator stuff, right, and you're not agreeing with them, 9 times out of 10, you're subjecting yourself to be bullied by not only that content creator, but also by that by the moderators as well too, depending on their maturity level. But you're subjecting yourself to be in that space where they start attacking you because you're not in agreement. So wherever it is that they're talking about, and I also dealt with that before too, going into a another content creator on channel and stuff. And we were just talking about they were talking about some random stuff about relationships, and I had a difference of opinion about that, and I was giving my perspective about it, and it went from a difference of agreement to straight bullying to the point where the moderators would time you out just because you're not in agreement. The next thing you know, they end up blocking you from the chat where you can't chat all together. Then the content creator would do a whole 10-minute rebuttal about you who was in the disagreements about them about why you blocked out, where you can't even say nothing about it. Then the chat and stuff, right, they'll go back and cheer them on and, do all this whole weird stuff. So they're like say, just through my experience, I just know that you don't want to go anywhere that you know that you're not going to be welcome. You don't want to go nowhere where without a shadow of doubt that they're not going to attack you for having a difference of opinion. Okay, you will want to go into spaces where you can have that open dialogue and conversation where you can either agree or disagree or agree to disagree respectfully without being bullied, without being timed out, without being the topic of the conversation because you don't agree with it. You know what I'm saying? That's the place where you need to be at. And then, and now to be honest with you, them the type of spaces that I go to whenever I decide to go on YouTube and go on to other content creator channels. I normally try to go to spaces where I can express myself freely, where I feel like I'm not going to be attacked for my difference of opinion, where I feel like I'm not going to be timed out because I'm not agreeing with you, where I feel like I'm not going to be bullied or anything like that because I'm not in the agreements. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would encourage you and any other person who are watching this show right now to do the same thing. That you only go to spaces where you're going to be welcome, where your opinion is welcome, even if people don't agree with it. You know what I'm saying? Where you're not going to be attacked by your difference of opinion. That's why I say in that matter. You know. Then one last thing too is that when you start expressing your difference of opinion, right, and you start right off the bat start seeing that things is happening in a weird way, I would recommend to you to immediately start disengaging from that. Because at the end of the day, you don't have to prove yourself to anyone. You don't have to prove your opinion to anyone or anything like that. Because at the end of the day, it really don't matter because it's just your opinion. But I would advise that you use emotional intelligence behind that. When you start saying that people, you're saying this, then people start doing weird stuff. Content creator then change the whole conversation, and they're now attacking you. The one moderators is attacking you. Their one subscribers is attacking you. The next thing you know, you're getting the time now. They're doing weird stuff. I would encourage you to just disengage from it and just leave. Because just like I say, in 2023, this is the year where you want to start setting boundaries, not only for people, but also set boundaries for yourself. You know what I'm saying? They have to be a certain tolerance level that you're going to take. Once again, there have to be a certain tolerance level that you're going to take as yourself. And so don't put yourself into certain situations where it's going to trigger you. It's going to put you in a type of situation where you're feeling some type of way, especially on this app where at the end of the day, you don't know these people. These people don't know you. All they know you is by the name that you put on there. That's all they know. They don't know you personally, unless they do some weird stuff and try to dox you and do that. But even when they do that, they still technically don't know you. They only know of you, but they don't truly know who you really are. You know, so to avoid all that, to avoid all this stuff, set boundaries for yourself, and also set boundaries for people as well too, where you don't put yourself into situations where it's going to trigger you and you're feeling some type of way. Then next thing you know, you feel like that you need to prove yourself. Then next thing you know, you need being manipulated and you're going right back into this space again, trying to prove everybody wrong, yeah, and all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I done seen a lot of weird stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like some people, they'll get blocked out of people on chats and stuff, right? And they'll get so triggered, get so mad that they'll sit up here, literally create another account just so they could go right back in the chat again and do the same exact thing and get blocked and create another account and do the same thing over again. At the end of the day, that is not healthy at all. That is not healthy, period, especially mentally for you to feel like that you got to prove yourself to people who's not even relevant in your life, to try to prove yourself relevant to people who don't even know you. That is not healthy to do that. The best thing you could do is to totally disengage and just let it be what it is. Now, some people, y'all may be on mention, well, what if I do this? And next thing you know, they start talking about me and they continue to talk about me and they continue to talk about me. This is the same thing I was saying in 2022, and I'm gonna say it again. This is where you have to have strength within yourself. You have to have strength and emotional intelligence in yourself to let it go. To understand that at the end of the day, you cannot control people. You cannot make people not start talking about you because it's going to happen. But what you can do is that you can control yourself. So they could say whatever the hell they want to say about you. Fine, let them talk. Because at the end of the day, it does not matter. Let them talk. They could do like about 50 shows talking about you. Who the hell cares? Let them. Especially if you are a content creator, stuff let them, because at the end of the day, if they doing like 50 or 60 shows talking about your stuff, right? Guess what they doing? They're actually promoting you. They're promoting your channel, because the people that are talking about you and stuff, right? They're gonna come back and try and figure out what this person is talking about. But if you is displaying something different, right, that other than what they're gonna say, ultimately what's gonna happen is that if these people are intelligent enough, they're going to ultimately see that, man, this person ain't even talking about them. So, well, why are they saying these bullying things to them when they ain't even talking about them? They're going to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? And you just continue to be in your space and you produce your content. And that's it. And that's all you can do. You don't have to engage them at all. You know what I'm saying? Just let it go and let it be what it is. You know? You said, what if the person had an attitude and took it out on the people that was in the chat? And you asked me, what should you do about that situation? It's the same thing that I been talking about, which at the end of the day, you really can't control what people do and what people say, even though we think we can, but we really can't. If they have a difference of opinion, then it is what it is. If that person start going and let's say that it was a content creator that was doing that and stuff, right, and just taking it out on having the attitude and taking it out on everybody in the chat, right? Then you, as being a subscriber, you as the person who's participating in it, right, you have a choice to make. And the choice to make is actually rather simple. It's for you to either continue to engage in it or to leave. And it's just that simple. If you feel like that person is attacking you, attacking your character, or make you feel uncomfortable, by all means, you have a choice to leave out of that situation and never return. And it's just as simple as that. Because once again, all this is just a social media app that we choose to participate in. So that again, now this is a social media app that we choose to participate in. People don't make you participate it; you choose it. So you have every right to want to choose what would be in the best interest for you. So I hope that answer your question in regards to that, Constance. All right, and why people talk, let's see, Urban, and why people talk their business on their channel or in the chat. Well, it is what it is, Constance, because um, people use social media to express their everyday life. Once again, people use social media to, express their everyday life situations that they either then dealt with or they are dealing with right now. And so they use social media to just express that, you know. That's basically where it boils down to. I am no exception to the rule because I did not do this. This is, to be honest with you, my whole channel is dedicated to me expressing different things that I have dealt with in my life. And all I'm doing is giving my perspective or opinion about it. You know what I'm saying? Nothing more, nothing less. So I'm no exception to the rule because I do it. I do it. But that's the reason why everybody do it. That's the reason why people have an Instagram account. That's the reason why people have a Facebook account, Twitter, and all these other accounts because they're just expressing what they deal with in their everyday life. Well, if they want to brag about the things that they have, or they want to vent about triggering issues that they didn't dealt with, they're dealing with or dealt with, wherever the case may be, that's the reason why people do it. You know. That's exactly the reason why people do what they do on this app. But once again, at the end of the day, it's a choice. We all have a choice to do whatever it is that we want to do. And this is the main reasons why, I did what I did back in 2022, is at the end of the day, I want to have absolute control of my life and my destiny on this social media app. I don't want to be affiliated with anything. If anything were to happen, or if I get caught up in situations, it's going to be solely based on my choice and my choice alone, not because I'm affiliated with anything or any type of group or sector or anything like that. It is solely because I made a choice, I made a decision. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, it puts me accountable. Only me accountable for the decisions that I make regarding my platform. And that's how the way I want it to be, And this is another reason why, last year in 2022, and I kept on, emphasizing that, I really ain't trying to network with people anymore. And that is really the number one reason why is because I want to be in control of whatever it is that I do. Wherever decision I make is solely because of me, not because I'm affiliated, with anything, So, but that is me. But yeah, so hopefully this particular show, it just give you a different perspective to think about. Now, here's another. Oh, I just thought about this too. Here's another thing too that I want y'all to think about, and also, Constance, while you listen to me, I want you to think about this as well too. Okay. Now, I'm gonna be transparent about this as well too. Now, if there are people who even come to my platform and stuff, right? If there are people that come to my platform and I know that they are in my platform, I know that they are I know that they are being disrespectful and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I get in a minute, baby. Okay. All right, love you. But if it's people that I know and they come to my platform purposely to be disrespectful, come over here to try to bully people and bully people in the chat, and I know about that and I see it, Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to make it to where they're no longer going to be invited over here, period. It is how the way it is. And so, therefore, that's why I'm saying about other content creators. When you go to other content creator channels, if they feel that you're not in agreement to them and stuff like that, and I'm not saying that it's illegal for them to do it, because it's very legal for them to do it because it's their channel. I'm just saying that you have to have emotional intelligence behind it. Because I will be doing the same thing with my channel. You know what I'm saying? Like, people come over to my channel and they being disrespectful. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give them an opportunity to fix it, right? I'm not gonna bully them. I'm not gonna do no live. I'm not gonna attack them, nor any of my moderators will do that. Try to go and attack people, time people out, and do all this weird stuff. If I see that any one of my moderators are doing it and stuff, like, guess what? You will no longer be a moderator in my channel, period. No exceptions. And I mean that. Because people, they could come to my channel. You could have a difference of opinion. I don't care. It's fine. Long as your opinion isn't in a form of where you're trying to attack people, where you're taking it to the level of cyberbullying and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? When it's going to the level of cyberbullying, you're doing things that's going against community standards and stuff, or YouTube or social media, then yeah, I'm going to say something about that, and I'm going to take action on that on my platform, because I don't tolerate that, period. So yeah, I would do that. Absolutely, I will. You will get blocked. I will block you so fast. If it don't be me block you, that if I have my bot activated, that my bot will block you if you want saying some stuff out of pocket. Because I do, when I do have my bot activated, I do have my bot programmed to pick up on certain trigger things or certain triggering words. Period. So this is the reason why some people that say, man, I was on your channel and I got blocked and I'm blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, because you probably said something you had no business saying. And my bot block you. I didn't block you. My bot block you because you said some type of triggering words to get blocked. So yeah. So you shouldn't have said that. It just is what it is. And this is just like I say, this is just with me as being a content creator, me setting my boundaries on my channel now. There are other content creators that are out there, they'll just let people come onto their channel and be just as disrespectful as hell. And one of the number one reasons why they do that is because they want the views. They want the views, they want the clout, they want the notoriety, they want all that. You know what I'm saying? And so they allow people to come over there and do that. They'll even, if they see people going back and forth in the chat, whatever, they even invite them up on the panel and stuff to give them even more exposure, to continue to do that. But not here in this space, we're not going to do that. Nope, not at all. As y'all notice as well too, I really haven't been having no panels neither, because for the simple fact that whenever I do have panels, I want to have intellectual discussions where we're either agreeing or disagreeing or agree to disagree. I don't want to invite you up so you could come on here and talk about somebody, spend a whole hour talking about somebody that you don't like, that you don't even know about. No, we're not doing that in my space, period. All I want to do is have intellectual conversations on this channel. And that's how the way it's going to be, period. If you don't like it, then by all means, like I said before and I say it again, you could just not watch my channel, unsubscribe. I'm fine. I'm good. Because I'd rather have people who are truly going to rock with me over here than to have people who just over here for all the negative reasons, because they're addicted to negative content. They're addicted to negative content. They're addicted to beefing with people and all stuff there. You know what I'm saying? If that's your space, then fine. Go to that channel and be over there at that channel. Knock yourself out. But in this space, no, I'm zero tolerance over here for real. And I'm not playing about that. I'm not playing with that in this space, period. So yeah, so like I say, I hope that able to articulate this to the best of my knowledge about this. But the answer to the question again is that no, you cannot go to other content creators or other spaces where you're not welcome, and you can't force yourself to be welcome over there neither. Once again, you can't force yourself to be welcome over there neither. If they don't want you over there, then just don't go over there. Period. Just don't go over there. Through my experience, I learned my lesson about that. You know what I'm saying? I learned my lesson, and so now I'm good. So it is what it is. You know. Sometimes I do try to give people what is known as an olive branch. You know what I'm saying? But if they don't take that olive branch, if they don't take this peace sign for what it is, you know what I'm saying? That, I'm legitimately trying to be cool with you. I don't have no issues with you or no problems with you. And you not taking that olive branch, you're not taking that peace sign. Instead of you seeing it for what it is, you throw it back at me and say, forget you, Urban. Fine. I understand the assignment. It's all good. Because at the end of the day, it's not that serious to me. Matter of fact, it's not serious to me at all. Because at the end of the day, I don't care. I don't care. Because like I say, I'll always continue to put out the content that I'm going to put out. Either you agree with it or you don't. So this is what it is. So like I say, I hope that answers that question for real. You know what I'm saying? And also, even with you on Constance, I'm sorry that you had dealt with that type of experience that you did and stuff, right? Sorry that you dealt with that type of experience, but also I'm hoping that by me articulating this with you, that that this also could be a learning experience for you as well too. Where you could just use emotional intelligence and just tread lightly as possible about wherever spaces that you're trying to go to. All right. So that's the best way that I could put that. You know what I'm saying? Realm Shaker, what's up with it? Happy New Year to you. But yeah, that's the best way that I can articulate that and just put it in my words, my own words about that. So yeah. But this is the reason why y'all don't see me at other people, really don't see me at other people's channels unless they welcome me over there. And here's another thing that I do too. Let's say hypothetically speaking that you want to go over to another channel and stuff, right? And see what it's about. Here's something that I do. Well, what I do is that I test the waters. Okay. So what I would do, I'll go to that channel, and I'll just be as respectable as possible over there at that space. I come over there and I say, salute everybody, salute to, content creator, into the chat, whatever, just to see the energy over there. You know what I'm saying? Or how it's going to be perceived once when I enter into the chat. Now, if I get the energy where, the chat and the content creator is welcoming to me and stuff, right? They're welcoming me over there. Then I would proceed to stay over there in the chat, but I won't be as engaging, but I will be over there just to let people know I'm there, But however, if I go over there, right? And, I do the same exact thing, salute everybody, whatever stuff, right? And next thing I'm being attacked, right? Then that let me know right off the bat that I'm not welcome over there. And so immediately what I would do, I would disengage. I immediately disengage from being over there, disengage myself from being part of that channel and everything, and then move on. And to me, it's just as simple as that. I'm not going to force myself to be over there. I'm not going to force no friendship, and I'm not going to force no networking opportunities or nothing like that. I'm not going to do that. No. Absolutely, I'm not. I'm just going to take it for what it is and respectfully understand what it is and leave. And it's just as simple as that. It's just as simple as that. And one last thing to y'all before I get off of here. I want people to understand this, and I want people to understand this clearly too when I say this, all right? I want y'all to understand this clearly when I say this, okay? Sorry about that. It's my baby. But I want y'all to understand this clearly when I say this, okay? I don't have no issues with anyone on this channel, nor I don't have issues with anyone on this YouTube space. I don't have enemies. I don't have what y'all call ops or anything like that, unless y'all trying to be an op or enemy, whatever. If that's what you're trying to do, then, knock yourself out. But I don't make people enemies. I don't make people ops. I don't do none of that stuff because, like I say before, and I say it again, this is just a app. I don't know none of y'all in real life for you to be either considered to be an enemy. I don't know none of y'all in real life, period. So I'm not going to waste time and energy to try to create a narrative or to create a storyline to make people to be something that is irrelevant to me anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have no enemies or anything like that. But however, if you come into my space, right, and you come into my space, or I come into your space and stuff, right, and you're blatantly being disrespectful to me, then that's different. Because you letting me know right off the bat that, hey, you have some type of issues with me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. If you do, that's fine. But like I say before, and I say this again, I can't control that person for having any type of issues against me, whatever. I can't control them. I can't change their mind. But however, I can control myself. So guess what? They may be in a certain space against me, but I'm not in a certain space against them, period. Because I have no reason to be. Because at the end of the day, I understand that life is short. I'm not fixing to put myself into this energy because they're in the same energy. I'm just not. There are way more important things that are happening in my life than to be a part of what we call fake beefing or whatever you want to call this on this social media app. Way more important things than that I'm dealing with in my everyday life than to deal with irrelevant stuff. And I'm just being honest with y'all on that. So yeah, therefore, in my mind, I don't have no enemies. I don't have no enemies. I don't have no ops. As long as people being respectable to me, I'll be respectful to them back. But if you be disrespectful to me, yes, I'm absolutely going to cut you off. Because I'm not an idiot, you know what I'm saying? I'm not naive or anything like that. Because one thing that my father taught me is that once when a person come and try to blatantly be disrespectful to you, they showing you who they really are. Because all in all, they already didn't like you to begin with, but they were just tolerating you. Okay? That they was just tolerating you. Hey, Mama Boo, salute. Happy New Year to you as well. But yeah, they just tolerating you, and that's it. So once when you understand that, you understand where people's mindset is at, then you have the choice. You do. So all I'm saying is, once again, just use emotional intelligence, especially on this app. That you understand that at the end of the day, these are people that you don't know. You're not going to know. More than likely, you're not going to see these people in real life unless they just so happen to try to pull up or whatever. But I haven't seen a whole lot of people try to pull up on other content creators. It's really rare that I see that. You know what I'm saying? Unless they just said some really messed up stuff about each other and it just escalated to that. But even then, you just think about it, how immature that is, you know what I'm saying? And it all started for being on the app. About a difference of opinion on the app, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Miss Andy, salute. Happy New Year to you as well. But yeah, I'm just saying. But like I say, that's where I am. That's the space that I'm at. That's the space I'm in, and I'm one of them type of persons that I don't just talk the talk. I walk the walk too. If I say something, I mean exactly what I say. Period. I don't be capping about it. I said what I said, and I move in it. If I say I'm gonna do something, I say I'm no longer this or that, then I move in it, regardless of how the way people feel about it. Period. Because it's my life. It's my choice, my decision. Nobody else. So this is what it is. And so it is what it is, period. So yeah. But yeah, once again, the reason why I was having this show is, to be honest, this was because of Constance. Because Constance, she was telling me about that at the club last night. Oh yeah, matter of fact, y'all, everybody who tuned in right now, man, y'all missed the treat last night at the club. The club was jumping last night. Shoot, y'all missed that. That club was jumping, for real. The virtual club was jumping last night. But yeah, but I mentioned this because Constance was talking about this while we was doing the virtual club last night, and she was expressing her concerns about that. So um, after I ended that show with the virtual club, before I went to bed, I started thinking about that, you know, and I started thinking about it a lot. And I like, well, I'm going to address this tomorrow when I get up. And so that's why I'm having this show to talk about it. So once again, I hope that I was able to articulate this to the best of my ability. That at the end of the day, yeah, don't go nowhere where you know you're not welcome. Oh, Sweet Rita had mentioned this as well too. Shout out to Sweet Rita, but she had mentioned this as well too. She said that she could go wherever the hell she want to go, which in theory that is true. I agree. In theory, you can do that, but however, this goes back to what I was saying about the emotional intelligence support about it. So my thing about that is that why would you want to go somewhere that you're not invited or you're not welcome to? Why would you want to do that anyway? That doesn't make any sense. When you know good and well that person, it could be the content creator, it could be the chat, it could be everyone, whatever the case may be. If they don't want you there, then why continue to go there? Why continue to make fake accounts to try to participate in the chat to stay there? And to top it off, you're not winning by doing that. Guess who's winning by doing that? They are, because they are getting content off of you. They're getting content off of you. So that's why I'm saying that it's better for you to use emotional intelligence behind that is know where you're not welcome. If you're not welcome there, then just don't go. Just do you. I'm just saying. Now here's the last thought too. I know I said I was going to end this, but I just keep thinking about stuff about this too. But here's another thing too. Let's say hypothetically in real life, right? A real life situation, right? Would you go to a space where you know you're not invited, right? Would you go there? Like say for example, one you go to a relative house, right? And you've been beefing with that relative, and you know that relative don't want to have nothing to do with you, right? Would you continue to still go to that relative house, knowing good and well, y'all don't like each other, whatever stuff, right? Would you continue to go there, or would you disengage, like I ain't going? Regardless of the situation, I don't care if it's Thanksgiving. If you know you in odds with that relative or whatever the case may be, guess what? You're not gonna go there. Because you already know through emotional intelligence, you already know what's going to be the end result if you go there. That's going to create all this negative energy. Y'all going to be going back and forth, even if it's a holiday and stuff, right? Y'all end up messing up the energy of the holiday. That's because, y'all negative towards each other, then next thing you know, fussing, and it could escalate into violence and, different things like that. So you wouldn't go there where you're not welcome. Here's another point too. Let's say even like last year we was dealing with racism and stuff like that, right? Let's say even dealing with racism and stuff, right? You wouldn't go to a certain space where people don't like you. It just doesn't make any sense. Like if you know that you're in a space, you're in this immediate space, and people don't like you because of your race or your color of your skin, you wouldn't go there for the simple fact that you know that if you go there, it could be a life or death situation, depending on how severe it can be. So why go there? So instead, you'll use emotional intelligence to not go there. You use emotional intelligence to think differently about it, to just be in your own personal space. And that's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. You said if you know you're not invited, or you want to keep going back to it. Um, it's people that are out there that are like that on Constance, where they'll try to go into spaces where they know they're invited, but they'll keep going and going. But you want to know the reason why they do it? Two reasons. First reason is dealing with their pride and ego. That's the first reason. Second reason is because of this need for acceptance and notoriety. That's the second reason. And I'm talking about YouTube space. It's because of the pride and ego, and it's because of notoriety, because they want some type of notoriety, and they want to prove this person wrong through their pride and ego, or prove that what they're saying is right through their pride and ego. Okay, Constance, I got it. But yeah, them the two main reasons why people do that. And so if people are in a space, or let's say that you are the one who are in the space that I just mentioned a few seconds ago, right? This is a perfect opportunity, even in 2023 right now. This is a perfect opportunity for you to start setting boundaries even within yourself. If it takes for you to go out and seek out therapy to figure out the triggering reasons why you're doing what you're doing, then by all means do that for real. Because you have to set boundaries even for yourself, because it's a reason why you in that space. Why it's a reason why you have to do that. Even when logically speaking, it doesn't make any sense or it isn't healthy to you mentally. So I will most definitely encourage you to seek out any type of therapy or any type of help to try to help you deal with that, to cope with that, to figure out the why, so you can move on from that. Most definitely. But yeah, other than that, y'all, once again, I know I didn't say I was going to end the show. I said I was going to end the show like 5 times now. But I am for real this time. But like I say, I hope that how the way I express this to y'all, and I hope I articulate this to the best of my ability, where y'all at least got something out of this. Of what I'm saying, it would give you a different perspective to think about while you're out here in this YouTube space. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're trying to do something different. You want 2023, be a year where you want to change. You want to do different things. Perhaps you don't want to do the same things that you did in 2022 on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So this would be a perfect opportunity to challenge yourself to set boundaries and do things differently. I'm just saying. So appreciate y'all tuning in. Let me know what y'all think about it in the one comments and stuff. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're not bullying and all this stuff there, your comments are welcome in my space. You know what I'm saying? So by all means, let me know how you feel about it. I'll see y'all again on the next episode.